So there is a trend going on TikTok that I thought that I would, I'll jump in on. And the trend is about things that I find incredibly chic, shall I say. And so things I find incredibly chic in a woman. Number one is a woman who knows how to dress for the occasion. And so, a woman who knows what is business professional, what's casual, what is, what's formal, what's black tie. So knowing how to dress for the occasion is really a sign of somebody who knows how to dress. And let me give you this pearl on that. When it comes down to it, if you don't know how to dress, it's probably a little better to be overdressed than underdressed. You won't really regret being overdressed, but you will regret being underdressed. So that's my pearl on that one. The second thing I find incredibly chic in a woman is a woman who knows how to balance modesty with sexiness. And so in my opinion, you really don't have to show it all, shall I say. There is a little bit of intrigue and mystery, so I would say, just a good off the shoulder sundress, or, if your dress is long, but it's form fitting, there's something to mystery that is sexy. And so I find a woman who understands that balance incredibly chic. My third thing that I find incredibly chic in a woman is a woman who can elevate a space without saying a word. You ever seen a woman that just walks into a room and the room shifts? She's powerful without speaking. I find that incredibly chic. A woman that commands respect. And everybody just straightens up a little bit when she walks in. And so I find a woman that carries that kind of energy incredibly chic. Lastly, I'm going to borrow this pearl from an influencer, April Mason. She talks about a woman who can flow in her spirituality, her femininity, and her sensuality. And what that means is a woman who is grounded in who she is, and a woman that is grounded in her values, that's incredibly chic. To know who you are is incredibly chic. And then to be a woman who we just like what we just talked about, but be bold, but yet soft, that's incredibly chic. And lastly, a woman who knows how to be present in the moment, who knows how to enjoy the moment. And so when you can flow in your femininity, your spirituality, and your sensuality, and again, I borrowed that from April Mason, but that is incredibly chic. And so that's my take on the trend. And those are things that I find incredibly chic. What do you think is incredibly chic? Let me know in the comments. Tell me below.